I'm going to show you how to crochet this candy cane ornament. It's really quick and easy to do. Here's everything I used. 5 grams of white yarn, 5 grams of red yarn, both with a weight of 4, 5mm crochet hook, scissors, a yarn needle, and a large paper clip. Okay, so this is going to be crocheted bottom up. It's going to be like a long tube, and then I'm going to stick a wire, like a paper clip inside of it to hold the candy cane shape. I'm going to start with a magic ring. So I'm going to take the tail of the yarn, wrap it twice around my finger, pull this loop over, pull this loop over and off, and then I'm going to grab my hook, slide that onto the loop, and then carefully slide this off my finger. And so this ring down here is going to become the magic ring. So I'm going to hold right here and then tighten by pulling this so that the yarn around the loop is tight there. So I'm going to take the yarn and pull that away, and then what I'm left with right there is the magic ring. So I'm going to work 4 single crochets into the magic ring. So I'm going to slip my hook into the circle, pull up a loop, and then pull through. That's 1. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm gonna tighten the magic ring by pulling on the tail, and then we're left with the 4 stitches right here. So now I'm gonna do a single crochet increase using it with the white yarn. So I'm gonna go into the first stitch. So if you count backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's right here. Because this is so small, it can be a little hard to see. So it is helpful to count. So I'm going to go into these 2 loops for this stitch. I'm going to pull up a loop, 1 single crochet, and then I'm going to do another single crochet in that stitch again. But this time, instead of finishing a single crochet, I'm going to switch colors. So I'm going to pull up the red, attach that to the hook, and then use that to finish the last stitch. And then I'm going to do an increase using the red. And then it's important that all of the color switches are kept on the inside so that they're hidden inside the tube of the candy cane. So I'm going to pull this white yarn in, if that makes sense, and then using the red, I'm going to go into the next stitch. And I'm going to do a single crochet increase in the next stitch. So I pull up a loop, pull through, and then I'm going to go into that same stitch again. And just like the last time, I'm going to stop when there's 2 loops left so that I can switch colors. So then I'm going to finish that with the white. And then same as before, I need to make sure the red is pulled inside so that the color change will be hidden. And then I'm going to do an increase with the white in the 3rd stitch of the round. So I'm going into the next stitch. I'm going to do 1 single crochet, start the next single crochet, stop when there's 2 loops left so that I can switch colors. I'm going to grab the red, finish the stitch, make sure that the white is pulled inside, and then I'm going to do a single crochet increase into the last stitch of the round. And then same as before, I'm going to finish this off by switching colors. And that's the first round finished. So there should be a total of 8 stitches now. So there's 2 white, 1, 2, 2 red, 3, 4, 2 white, 5, 6, and 2 red, 7, 8. Okay, now I'm going to do a round of regular single crochets in all 8 stitches. So because this is so small, it can be hard to see where the stitches are, but they're facing up towards us. So the white, you can see the stitches right there, those 2 loops, right there, those 2 loops. So I'll start with a single crochet into the first stitch. And then go into the next stitch. And then I need to switch colors. And basically just keep going, following this around in a circle, switching colors every 2 stitches until the candy cane is long enough is as long as you'd like it to be. So my tube ends up being 5 inches long, which is just enough to cover one of the paper clips. Okay, so I unfolded one of these paper clips and I'm gonna slide it into this tube. You could also use a pipe cleaner or any kind of bendable wire, but I think paper clips are like, that's what I had. I didn't have any pipe cleaners, so I think they're probably the most common thing. So I'm just gonna slide this in the tube. Make sure that the candy cane stays twisted. Now that the paper clip is inside the tube, I'm gonna close up. I'm gonna finish the candy cane. So I'm gonna do 4 decreases, 1 with each color. So I'm gonna start by switching to the red. So I just finished the last stitch. I'm gonna start a single crochet into the next stitch. Keep those 2 stitches on the hook. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. And then I'm gonna switch to the white. So I'm gonna pull the red inside, switch to the white, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So that's a decrease because there's only 1 stitch remaining there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the white. So I'm going to go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, don't finish that stitch, go straight into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to switch to the red, yarn over, pull through all 3. I'm going to pull the white inside, keep going to the next red stitches, and just finish off the round like this. There's only 4 stitches left on the top. I'm going to consider this finished and that the round is closed up here, and I'm going to fasten off. And then I'm going to pull the red one through. Okay, the last thing to do is to weave in all the ends. So I'm gonna start with where I finished off and take this red and sort of use it to kind of make sure this is nice and closed up here. So I'm just gonna go into all the red stitches like this, make sure it's closed, and then hide this yarn inside. So I'm gonna pull that tight to make sure the yarn is inside there, and then cut it and then stretch it out. And do the same thing with the rest. Okay, and then because of the way this was crocheted, the rows should naturally want to stay twisted, but you can twist it just to make sure they do that, and then bend it into the shape of a candy cane. And that's it, and then you can hang this on your tree.